Hey everybody, it's Silver Seeker, and today we have an eBay coin mystery pack to do. Now, I just ordered this off of eBay, as did Rob Finds Treasure. We are collaborating to do this together, and what we're going to do is see who has the better pack, what comes in there, what the value is, and more. And I'll talk a little bit more about what's in this pack before we get it open. I do want to say really quick though, guys, that I am doing this with Rob Finds Treasure, so after my video is over, make sure you go over to Rob Finds Treasure's channel and watch his video, and we would both love to hear comments from you down below about which one of these you thought was better. What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? And do you think it was worth it? Now, this mystery pack right here, guys, cost $50 plus 7 shipping, so it was $57 total. We'll leave a link down below to the seller, to the actual listing if you want to see it on your own, or if you're interested in getting one of these. And this person, you know, we didn't tell them we were doing this, but we've had a lot of people ask about, you know, who was the seller, so we're going to go ahead and share that down below. But guys, Rob and I want to do this more often, so again, we'd love to hear your feedback, so again, let us know. And then, of course, again, after you're done watching mine, make sure you go over to Rob's channel, and if you don't know about Rob Finds Treasure, when you get over there, don't forget to subscribe, because he has some awesome content for you guys as well. And we want to do this in the future, so you want to make sure you don't miss them again. All right, let's get over to the coin cam, get this thing open. We're going to pull everything out one by one. We'll keep track of what the value is and see if we get our $57 value back or more. And by the way, this person had really, really good feedback, so I am kind of excited about what's actually in here. All right, let's get into it. Okay guys, so this is actually a pretty hefty package for a $50 coin pack, so I'm a little excited about what might be in here. I can feel through, there's something that feels like a box, or maybe some coin folders and things like that inside of it. So we're gonna go ahead and cut this thing open, and we're gonna see everything live together, guys. And what I'll do is, in post-editing of course, I will put a value tracker up on the screen of what I think each item is valued at, and you know, we'll see if we get over that $57 mark. So remember, it was 50 even plus 7 shipping. All right, and let's pull it out. So inside of the first bubble mailer is a second bubble mailer. So they took very good care of making sure this was protected. And let's go ahead and open up the second one here. Oh boy, I think I may have cut into something. Oh, maybe I didn't. All right, well, there is, as you can see, some cardboard there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tear this open like so. There we go. Okay. All right, so as you can see, there's nothing left in here. So it just says thanks with a question mark. So this shipped incredibly fast. Like, and I mean that, like, both Rob and I were both amazed by how quick they got them. So I'm wondering if this seller already has all of these pre-made up. And, you know, we didn't tell them, you know, this was completely blind. They don't know who we are. We just ordered them anonymously. So, you know, we didn't want to have any favoritism because we may be opening this on our channel or anything like that. So we just ordered them anonymously. And, okay, so I did see coin folders. That's going to be part of the weight for sure. I want to start out in the top of this. It feels like... This actually feels like these might be some slabbed coins. And it feels like they're rubber banded together. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. So it looks like some ICG slabs. Is this an entire set? Daniel Carr signed too. Okay, take a look at this. So the first thing we have, guys, a 2001 New York proof. This is a Daniel Carr signed coin. So if I am correct, these are actually hand signed. And if you take a look, yes, as you can see, each one is individually, you know, there's a little bit of difference, even though it's the same signature. So basically, he will hand sign each one of these labels. He probably doesn't see each one of these coins. He's not involved in the process of slabbing these by ICG, but he'll sign the labels off and send them off to ICG for them to put in these coins. But as you can see, Daniel Carr did design this quarter right here. This is the New York proof quarter, and that's why his signature is on it. We also have the Rhode Island proof with Daniel Carr's signature. And then here we go. This one is signed by Sarah Lee Tennant, which is the person who designed this 2001 Vermont. And then Benjamin Blair, I believe. Maybe Blau. Blair. I was trying to read the signature, but yes, Benjamin Blair Kentucky proof and hand signed. And then a Mary Robinson designed the North Carolina. So first thing we have is a set of proof slabbed from ICG. These are not the silver quarters, unfortunately. The value on these, because they actually do have hand signatures from the designer of the coin, I would probably put at roughly $3 per coin, putting this whole set at around $15 for the set. Okay, let's reach in and see what else we have. This feels like a proof set. Okay, so we definitely have, I mean, unless I'm wrong, this really does feel like we have a proof set in here. And we do have, it looks like a 2005 US proof set. So at this point, we've just gotten a bunch of clad proof coins. I think I was pretty generous in the valuation of these. The 2005 clad proof set is a very common date proof set. And as you can see, we once again have the 5 state quarters, and then of course you have the Kennedy dime, double nickels, because this year you had 2 different designs. You had the Buffalo, and you had one of the Lewis and Clarks, and then you have the Sacagawea and the penny. It does come with the COA. It is in actually really good shape, so it was well taken care of. The 2005 proof set today probably values at around $6. So we're going to put this down for around $6, which brings us to a total of about 21 so far. All right, let's go ahead and see what else is in here. I'm starting to see where all this weight came from. So this feels like, okay, so this feels like it's a bag with a stack of coins in it, and it's probably plastic. So what we'll do is we see a wood nickel on top. I'm going to go ahead and take these out. Just like so, and then we'll go through them one by one. So we'll reveal them as we go. So the first thing we have, guys, these are wood nickels. These are kind of novelty items. You can get them at coin shows and things like that. As you can see, this is the Niagara Frontier Numismatic Association coin show. So right as I said, but 1971, not bad. So that's actually an older wooden nickel. Now, I don't actually know the value on these, but I know it's not, much of anything unless, for example, you're collecting all of the ones from the Niagara Frontier Numismatic Association, but these generally aren't worth anything. We're not going to put down any value for that. All right, so here we have, this is a 1917 Canada, and it looks like it's a large Canadian cent. Very cool. There's actually not a whole lot of value in these either. It has $1 written on it. I think that's probably pretty fair of a valuation here. So if you add the $1 for this, that's, I'll give that a fair valuation at $1, and that's going to be putting us at $22 so far. Okay, the next thing we have, this is a US large cent. You could tell from the reverse, 1845. And they have it marked as G, which stands for good. Now, if we angle it, you can see some of the letters of Liberty. You can see most of the rim, but as you can see right here on the reverse, the rim does actually meld into the coin. And then you have a lot of copper corrosion and damage like that. So it has a value of $18. But what I can tell you about, common date large cents like these, if you were to go to a coin show, you could find dealers that have, bins full of large cents like this, usually for around $10, sometimes $12 a piece, and you get to kind of siphon through them and pick out whichever one you want. Usually common date large cents and conditions like this go into those bins for the $10 to $12 range. Obviously, the obverse of this is better than the reverse. $18, I think, is a little bit high. I'm going to go ahead and put this at a $13 valuation. So we'll put 13 over there. So that puts us at $35 so far. All right, next up, I think this is just an NIFC, just looking at the reverse, and it's, I've looked at a couple of NIFCs in my day. I'm correct. We have a 2005 D Kennedy half dollar, Gem BU, $9. I have some bad news for the person who sent this. This is far from $9. This thing right here, I would give a value of 75 cents, and that is being generous. So we will add 75 cents to our total and see what we have next. Okay, next up we have a 1949 Wheat set. All right, so that's a quick one. That is very, very circulated. Common wheat cent. You even got a little bit of something going up here in the God and We. Nothing special to look for in 49. We will take it for a whole 5 cents on the board. Okay. Next up, Denver Co Transit. So this is a transit token, basically a rail line token that you would, kind of like your ticket or whatever. I don't know a whole lot about these, so if I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're for. I do know that $4 is very high on these. You can usually buy these, in bins at coin shows or coin shops, couple, multiple for $1. We're going to give this a value of 25 cents. So I don't know what else is in here, but right now I'm starting to feel like everything is high, way overvalued, especially when you look, again, if you go back to this 2005 Kennedy at Gem BU, they put a valuation of $9 on it. I'm sure they put that on there so that somebody might think that, they're getting a good deal, but yeah, we know better. All right. So next up, we have a Sunoco Antique Car Coin Series. This is a token. 1908 Stanley Steamer. Okay, I assume that the token itself wasn't made in 1908. And, maybe, I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt this was made in 1908. I unfortunately don't know anything about these, so I'm going to do a very quick cut while I go to eBay. Okay, and I returned from eBay, and I found one of these sold for 70 cents with free shipping. You'd have to put a 55-cent stamp on this thing to even ship it. So at that point, what do you have left? I'm going to put 15 cents on this because, again, it sold for 70 cents with free shipping. They had to actually ship this thing, which means, by the time you pay for the envelope and the 55 cents for the stamp, I mean, you may as well just try and throw it to them, but that's okay. Okay, next up, we have a 1901 Indian head cent. It does appear... Okay, I'm sorry about the interruption. I went ahead and grabbed a loop, and then I'm grabbing my phone's light here so we can actually see it up close under the light, because with these dark coins, it's really hard to see. So you can actually read the word Liberty on this, but however, it has a lot of copper corrosion, especially on the back. If you can kind of see it with the light actually shining here from my phone, there's a lot of corrosion on this, and we are recording in 4K, so feel free to blow it up if you want to. But you can read the word Liberty, but with all of this corrosion that's on this coin right here, the fine valuation, although accurate for the amount of wear, really doesn't matter for a common date like this. If I were to put a value on this Indian headset right here, I'd do 75 cents. Okay, so now we have... All right, so there's definitely something... All right, so let's grab this. It's like in plastic. Here we go. Okay, so we have an America's a Beautiful 3-piece quarter set, the Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge. And basically this set right here, I've seen these before. You actually get the P, the D, and the S. So you get the proof and both the Denver and the Philly sets. Now, I've seen these before, but it's another situation where I don't know what the set... I mean, this does come from the mint like this. I don't know what this set in this holder actually goes for. So once again, I'm going to go to eBay. Okay, so I was actually a little surprised by this one. There are 2 sales in the last couple of months. One of them sold for 15, one of them sold for 20. Now, the one that sold for 20 was the most recent one. The one that sold for 15 was in November, and the one that sold for 20 was actually on Christmas Day. So at this one right here, I'm going to go ahead, and those were with free shipping. So I was actually a little bit surprised by the value of this. We're going to go ahead and value it at $15. So that is actually not bad. Okay, so what else do we have in here? So it feels like all that's left are a couple of coin folders. So I'm going to pull out the first coin folder. And as you can see, we have Lincoln cents starting in 41. So before I even open this, what I can tell you about this, it says, actually does say complete. But what I can tell you about this is that unless they are uncirculated, or if we get lucky and there's like a 55 DDO, these are going to be worth just a few cents each. Well, all right. So it's complete for the wheat cents. As you can see, they stopped the collection after the wheat cent, and these binders normally have a third page that has some more memorial cents on there, and you can actually, I believe, they even go into the 72, so you can look for the 72 DDO. So we're going to take a look at this 55 and see if we get lucky with a double die obverse here. I highly doubt it. And I was right. There's no 55 DDO here, so that would have been a home run. But either way, if we value these at 5 cents each, you have 25.50, 75 1, 25.50, 75 2, 25.50. So we'll call this about $2.50 for the wheat cents here at 5 cents a piece. And of course, that is a retail valuation. You can usually get these a little bit cheaper than even that if you buy them in bulk. All right, and okay, there's two things here. Okay, first thing we have. Okay, guys, so what we have here, this is a presidential dollar first day cover. It looks like we have the James K. Polk. As you can see, you get one coin from Philadelphia, one from Denver, and then it has a little bit of information about them as a president, their presidential candidacy right here. He was the first dark horse presidential candidate of a major party. But anyway, kind of cool. These first day covers, if I remember correctly, don't go for much more than face value. You usually get around $4 or $5. We'll go ahead and give it a fair valuation of $5, and we'll put that over there. So $5 on that. And then finally, guys, this is the last thing we have here. It's a Washington quarter book, 48-64. Okay. Is there any quarters in here? Because as you know, they'll all be 90%. It doesn't feel that there's any quarters inside of the book. I could be wrong. Maybe there's just one. No. No. And no. So, yeah, we got an empty quarter folder. So it looks to be brand new, but if I were to resell this, I'd only get a couple of bucks for it. So we'll call it $2. We'll call this a $2 valuation on that. So just to do a recap, and then we'll get into the final value. We got an empty Washington quarter book. We got a complete Wheatie from 41 through 58. We have a first day cover of James Polk. This one was a surprise for me with the value. We have the Bombay Hook National Wildlife Refuge quarter set with the proof, the P&D uncirculateds. We have a very, very overvalued 2005 NIFC, a transit token, a 49 Wheatie. We have an antique car, thingamajigger-jagger. We have a Canadian large cent 1917. We have a corroded 1901 Indian cent. We have an 1845 large cent. We got a 2005 proof set. And to finish it off, we got 5 proof quarters signed by their respective designers. Now, if these were in NGC or PCGS holders, these would be much, much better than being an ICG. What do we value these at? I think we valued them at $3 a piece, so that puts them at about $15 for the set. I think that's a pretty fair valuation for them. Kind of cool and interesting. Yeah, so anyway, there you go, guys. That is what we got in the set. We have a final value total of $61.45. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching again. Don't forget to go over to Rob's video, watch his, come back here, leave a comment, let me know what you thought, whose was better, who was worst. And guys, we will see you next time. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. And don't forget that Rob Finds Treasures video is right above my head. So make sure you click it, go over and watch his video, come back here, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of both, who won, and more. Guys, I also want to say a huge thank you to my channel members who are scrolling right there on the right-hand side of the screen. Thank you so much for your support, and we will see you in the next one.